Hello everyone, in this video we'll study how to put if conditions in programs in Python. Okay, so before we begin with if condition, let's first understand why do we need conditions in program. So let's say, for example, if you're writing a program where you want to check whether a given number is an even number or odd number. Okay, so in this case the message that you display in the output depends on the number you enter. If you enter an even number, the even number message should be displayed, and if you enter an odd number, the odd number message should be displayed. That means execution of some statements is dependent on the given condition in this particular case. Fine. So how do you put condition in a program? So let's see it with the help of an example. Here I have made a flowchart in which I have shown the execution flow of the program, which checks whether a given number is an even number or odd number. So your program starts from this point, it goes in forward direction, and at this point you are storing a number n, then you are moving on, and here you are checking the condition. Okay, so what should be the condition? I hope you remember modulus operator. What it does is it checks the divisibility of number n with 2. So it gives either 0 as remainder or not. So if it gives 0 as remainder, that means the number is an even number. In that case you say the given condition is true. So if the condition is true, you follow this track and then you display the message even on screen. Then you go here in this direction and then your program is stopped. Similarly, if your condition is false, it follows this track, it displays the odd number message, and then the program stops. So in any given condition, either the true part of the condition is going to execute or the false part of the condition is going to execute. Okay, so how do you write this code in a program? Now, to understand that, you need to first understand the syntax of if condition. Okay, so here I have written the syntax. You can see this now. Fine. So you write the keyword if, then a space, and then the condition, and then you put a colon sign, and then you write all the statements that belong to this condition, or you write the statements that are supposed to execute only when this condition is true. And look at how I have written these statements. Okay, if you write these statements like this, okay, in this case they will not be considered as they are belonging to this condition. Okay, they become independent statements. So the program will give error in this case. So to make sure that these statements are actually part of this condition, so you must indent all those statements with a tab key. Okay, you have to press tab key to indent in Python program. And guys, indentation is very important in Python programming. So this is how the if condition is written in a Python program. So let's try and make a program to understand this in a better way. So I'm opening a script mod, and here I'm going to type this program. So first of all, let's store a number, int input, enter a number. Okay, I hope you remember I'm doing typecasting here because the input function is going to give us the value of string type by default. So that string type of value is being converted into integer and given to n. So I have the number now. Now I'm ready to put the condition on this n. So what do you write? If space then the condition. So what should be the condition in this case? You write n modulus 2 is equal to 0. So here you are asking, if you divide n by 2, do you get the remainder as 0 or not? So if you do, then you have to print that even number. Okay, this is the message I want to display. So let's save the program and let me give it a name, test.py. Press save and then run. So the program is running now. It's asking me a number. Let's enter 10 here, which is of course an even number. So when you press enter key, it works fine. It says that the number is even number. Fine. Now let's do one thing. Let's run it again, and this time let's enter an odd number, say for example 3. So it displays nothing here. Now why is it showing no message? Because when you enter 3, this condition is going false, and what should happen if the condition is false? You have written nothing for that. So it seems that I can write it here like this, print odd number. Okay, let's save this and run it again. So when you press 3 this time, it displays the message odd number. It seems to be working fine, but this code is absolutely wrong. Why? I'll show you in a minute. Let me run it again actually, and here I enter an even number 10 again. Now see what happens. It is displaying both the messages, even number, odd number. So how can it display two messages? It is displaying even number message because the condition is true, so that is all right. But after executing this statement, it comes to this line, and since this line does not belong to this if condition, or in other words you can say you have not written this line in a way that Python system treats this line as it should execute only when the condition is false. Fine, that's why this line becomes an independent statement, and it is going to execute every time you run your program. So I have to remove this, and I have to make some arrangements here through which the system knows that that odd number message should only be displayed when this condition is false. So for that you have a separate syntax which looks like this: an if condition with else part. So you write the condition and you put whatever statements you want in the true part. Okay, remember this is the true part of the condition, and to handle the false part you write else statement, and then you write the statements here that belong to the false part of the condition. So remember one thing here, that this statement here is indented inside the if condition, and this else is written at the same indentation level where this if is written. Okay, as you can see, they are aligned to each other. This is what you must maintain in a program. You cannot write this else like this. In that case your program will be wrong because your indentation is going wrong. So of course you have to keep this in mind. So let's try and execute the program in this way. So let me press enter key. Now the place where my cursor is currently blinking, should I write else here? No, you have to press backspace and then you have to write else : so that this else part, this else keyword is with the same indentation level of this if block. So press enter key, and now you can write the message odd number. So before we run it, let's trace the program one more time. Suppose you enter 10 here now. 10 modulus 2 is 0. Yes, it is true, and hence this statement is executed. So this entire portion will be ignored or will be skipped by the system. Similarly, if you enter 3 for example, then 3 modulus 2 is not 0, so this condition is false, and hence this line will not execute. It jumps to this else part directly, and then it executes this line, and this is exactly what we want in this program. So let's save the program and run it again, and I'm entering 13 here. This time displays odd number. It's not displaying even number message again. And if you run this again, and this time if you enter for example 10, it displays even number. Pretty simple. Okay, so this is how if condition works in a program. Also, you have to remember few things, that if and else are keywords in Python. Okay, hence they must be written in small letters. Sometimes the students write else like this, the program is not going to understand this. Okay, so you have to write if and else in all small letters. Second thing is, of course, the indentation is what you have to take care of whenever you're using if else statements. Okay, you must press a tab key right after when you write if or else. Okay, like what you can see in this program. And the third thing is, you have to write the else block with the same indentation of the if condition to which the else part belongs. So I hope you understood this now. So that's it for this video. I hope you understood this in a proper way. In the next video we'll see more complex structures of if conditions. Thank you so much for watching.